Yes, people, what is going on? The Liverpool Prophet back again with another video, more Liverpool related content to talk about. Well, I wanted to do something a little bit different today, people. Something I don't usually do, but today I feel, we may as well because, we are in international break. There's no football on, unfortunately, for the next 2 weeks, which is going to be torture for some of us. Definitely is going to be torture for me. If there's no football on, transfer window has shut, so there's no transfer news either anymore. So, you know what? I am coming out with new video ideas to do and to bring to the public, hopefully. So, I wanted to talk in a bit of detail today, or have a little play around with certain Liverpool lineups, how Liverpool could line up now that the window is closed, now that we've gotten all of our players in. I wanted to, really look into it. How could Liverpool line up? How should we line up? What formation we could play? What players will play where? Because now the window's shut, no one else is obviously going to be coming in for the remainder of the window until January now. So I thought we'd go into a little bit of detail and we'd have a little look at, well, how Liverpool and how Arne Slot might decide to set Liverpool up going forward now. Because we've got some really talented players in our squad now, some very talented players. And it's going to be interesting to see how Arne Slot utilises them, where he plays certain players, because a lot of players that we now have can also play in certain, can play in different positions. So it's going to be interesting to see what Arne Slot does. Before I get into the video, people, however, do remember to drop a like on the video if you have not already done so. Do subscribe to the channel also if you haven't already done so. And do drop a comment down below. Give me your opinions. It's always great to hear what other people have got to say. So, people, yeah, I wanted to look at Liverpool's potential setups, lineups under Arne Slot this season because, look, we've got talent. We've got talent in this team. There's an argument that someone can play there, someone can play there. So I wanted to look in a little bit of detail where I think or how I think Liverpool could set up going forward into the future under Arne Slot. So yeah, if I just get a if I just share the screen for you guys. So as you guys can see, here we go. You guys can see this hopefully. So as you guys can see, apologies for that. These absolute ads just take the mic. As you guys can see, people, we have here. Well, I have put together my potential lineup for Liverpool this season. How I think Liverpool could line up this season. This for me is my this is my go-to lineup at the moment, currently as things stand. Obviously, Alisson in goal. There's no debate there. This is when everyone's fit, by the way. So I'm going off the basis we have a full fit squad on the bench, etc. Whatever. This is how I would line the team up. So obviously, Alisson in goal. No debate there. Frimpong as our right back. It's a toss-up between him and Bradley. It is a toss-up in my opinion. But I would edge Frimpong because I think at the moment, he's got age on his side. He's a little bit older than Bradley. And I feel overall, he's probably a better right back than Bradley at the moment as things stand. So I would go Frimpong, but we have two quality right backs there at the club. But I would edge Frimpong. So I'd go Frimpong. Obviously, I'm also working off of the basis that Ibrahim Konate stays and extends his contract. So I've gone with Ibrahim Konate and Virgil van Dijk as our centre-back pairing. No surprises there, people, I think. Left-back, Milos Kerkez, I think it has to be. Now, Andrew Robertson is still here, obviously. Obviously, Kostas Tsimikas was let go on loan to Roma. But I think Robbo now, at best, is going to be a squad player moving forward. I don't see him being a starter much anymore. So Milos Kerkez will be our starting left-back moving forward. Midfield picks itself. There's options there. There's options there. You can put Endo in if you want. Soboslai as well. He's playing absolutely immense at the moment, so it was hard to drop him. But I'm working off of everyone being fit and everyone being firing. So yeah, I've gone Soboslai to sit on the bench. Unfortunately, I think our best midfield double pivot is Alexis McAllister and is Ryan Gravenberch. I think Gravenberch is very, very integral here. He's very integral, I feel, to the way Liverpool the way Arne Slot wants to play. So Gravenberch definitely again next to Alexis McAllister. Across the front line, I think this speaks for itself. Mohamed Salah has to play off the right. Now, look, Federico Chiesa is here. He can, of course, provide Mohamed Salah with competition. Of course, he can. But ultimately, Mohamed Salah, I feel, has to start for Liverpool going forward. He is our Egyptian king. He is our Messiah, and we love him to bits. So Mohamed Salah off the right. In the attacking 10 role, it's got to be Florian Wirtz. The second big boy signing now that I say he, I think, has to play. He hasn't started the season off great, but he hasn't been bad either. He's been nowhere near as bad as some of our fans and rivals have made out. So, back him, and I think Wirtz will come good. And off the left, it was tough. People are going to say Gakpo. I've gone with Hugo Ekitike. Now, look, naturally, Ekitike is a striker. He is, but he can also play off a left wing. And the way Hugo Ekitike is playing right now, I don't think he can be dropped. He's been absolutely immense since he's come in. Very, very impressive. You know, he's really risen up to the challenge. So I don't see how Liverpool can. Well, I don't see how Arne Slot can drop him. So he has to play. On the post, that Isak also has to play now, being the new big boy signing. So I think this way, playing Ekitike off the left, he can play there. He can do a job there. And he can look pretty comfortable out there. It's not like you're being shoehorned into a position. He can play off the left pretty comfortably. So I'm going to go with Hugo Ekitike off the left. He can't be dropped at the moment the way he's playing. So I'm going to go with Hugo off the left. And up top, obviously, Liverpool's new number 9, new striker, the big boy, Alexander Isak. So that is my team. I've gone with the 4-2-3-1. I think that is going to be Arne Slot's preferred formation. Yeah, this team should be going back-to-back in the Prem. Look at the new players there. So as you can see from last season's team, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. We've got 5 new signings here. 5 new signings. So, of course, naturally, it's going to take time for Liverpool to gel. I'm not saying it's not going to take time for Liverpool to gel. It is 100%. We've got 5 new players in the starting 11. But it's a very, very good team. Once it all clicks, I'm very confident we are going to look really, really good. Frimpong there's going to add so much more to that right-hand side. Milos Kerkez is going to add so much more to the left-hand side. Wirtz is going to add so much more creativity-wise. Hugo Ekitike obviously is doing bits. And we know Alexander Isak is going to add a lot more goals. You know, you now have Salah and Isak in the same team, which is really, really great. They can both share the goals between them. This team should be going back-to-back. I look at everyone else's team. No one's on our level, people. No one is on our level this season. That's a team that not only can it go back-to-back and should be going back-to-back in the Prem, should be going out and competing or at least getting to the final of the Champions League as well. This isn't just a team for the Premier League. It's a team that can, I feel, go very deep in Europe as well. So I'm very happy with this team. And I think this will be the preferred formation. 4-2-3-1. Let me know what you guys think in the comments, people. I think this is how Liverpool will line up going forward. And when everyone is fit, obviously, this is how I feel Liverpool will line the team up, in my opinion. It's a great team. It's a great side, people. Let's not beat around the bush. It's absolutely immense. You know, I cannot believe that we've got Wirtz in this team and we've got Isak in this team, the same team. We've really, the club have really locked my socks off this window. But yeah, this is a great team. Also, people, I wanted to play around. So we'll do another formation that I think Arne Slot could go with. Although I don't think he will go with this one much, I do think on occasion we will see Liverpool play this formation. So obviously, bloody hell. Here we go. Perfect. Ekitike, Isak. Obviously Salah there. I do also feel Arne Slot could do a 4-3-3 here. Now, I feel with a 4-3-3, I don't really see how we get the best out of Wirtz, I'll be totally honest. He'll still obviously do bits, but I think in a 4-2-3-1 in that natural 10 position floating around here, Wirtz can do his thing. In a 4-3-3, while it will probably benefit players, maybe McAllister and Gravenberch a bit more, I feel it could hold Wirtz back a little bit because obviously he's playing in a midfield 3 there rather than, being able to play in the centre here. You could also play Wirtz off the wing, but I wouldn't really want to do that. I think his natural position and his best position for us is the attacking midfielder, number 10 role. But yeah, this is also a formation I think Arne Slot could very easily go for. He can definitely go with a 4-2-3 as well. If we're going to go for a 4-2-3 though, guys, I think for me, in a 4-3-3, I think for me, I definitely probably have to take Wirtz out, I'll be honest. I don't think he'd fit in well. And I would probably put in man like Dominic Szoboszlai. I feel this formation is much better suited for Dominic Szoboszlai. This is a formation I feel he can play in. And I feel if we do a 4-3-3, people, if we do opt for a 4-3-3 formation, I feel this is the team on the pitch that I feel is best suited to play. Szoboszlai obviously plays. Unfortunately, in this formation, Florian Wirtz does miss out. I don't think he plays in this formation, but it's it's still a very good side, even without the addition of Wirtz in here. I still think it's a great side. And of course, you can play Florian Wirtz in the midfield, 100%. You can play him in the midfield. I just feel he'll be a lot much better suited to the 4-2-3-1 formation than he would be to a 4-2-3. But again, I think this is also a formation Arne Slot could go with. If you want to change it up, you could even take Frimpong out and put Bradley in, for example. If maybe Arne Slot prefers Conor Bradley to Jeremy Frimpong, maybe Bradley plays as the right back. I'm not sure. I wouldn't be opposed to it. Obviously, off the wing, Gakpo can also play off the left instead of Ekitike. You could push Ekitike into the middle, but then that would obviously mean dropping Isak, which I don't think Arne Slot is going to want to do, barring injury. So this is also a formation I feel Arne Slot could go with. And again, this is still a team that I feel should be going back to back in the league. Even if you take Florian Wirtz out of the team and put him on the bench, I still feel this team is very capable of going back to back in the Premier League and also challenging for the Champions League too, in my opinion. It's still a great team, people. Still a very, very good side. Let me know what you think about this team in the comments. Also, would you play Wirtz in this formation, people, or not? I wouldn't, but also I wouldn't be surprised if people in the comments or people think we should be playing him because obviously it's Wirtz. Obviously, we know how much he's cost. We know how great he is. So yeah, let me know, people. I feel a 4-3-3. I do think Arne Slot will use a 4-3-3 formation on occasion this season. Obviously, Klopp loved 4-2-3. That was Klopp's preferred formation. That was what we usually used to play week in, week out. Arne Slot prefers a 4-2-3-1 formation. I do see Arne Slot using a 4-2-3 though, because he has used it this season. He did use it last season every now and then, but we did mostly use a 4-2-3-1. So I do think Slot uses the formation 4-2-3, but I think his preferred formation and the one we will use the most will be a 4-2-3-1, sorry, and not a 4-2-3. So yeah, this is still a great team, people. Another formation I think we can use, people, now that we've got both Hugo and Alexander Isak in. I feel this is a formation that, Liverpool could definitely use. So we have here a 4, if we can find it. So we need it 4-4-1. No, that's not the one we want. A 4-4-2. This is a formation I feel. This is a formation I feel personally could definitely get the best out of them. Both of our strikers, both of our forward line. So obviously here Salah will play. Again, this is an interesting one. I take Szoboszlai out in this formation. I don't think he fits in well here. So yeah, we'll take Sobo out, and we will put Wirtz back in. Or do we put Wirtz in for this formation? I don't know. I don't know how Wirtz really fits into this one. He can play off the wing, yeah, but let's put Wirtz in there. Screw it. We'll put him off the wing in this one. He can play off the wing, though it's not his natural position. He can play off the wing. He's not a number 10 either, so we will change that. McAllister's the 10, he's number 7. So yeah, Wirtz. This is also a formation that I feel we could use. It's not my preferred formation. I wouldn't want to see Liverpool play a 4-4-2. I don't really like it. I feel a 4-4-2 formation is usually more for a team that is going to play defensive football, park the bus, and that's not what we're going to be doing this year. So again, I don't like the 4-4-2, but I feel in a 4-4-2, this is a way you can get the best out of both Hugo Ekitike and Alexander Isak, because these two can play next to each other. And look, the way Ekitike is playing at the moment, and we know how good Isak is, I feel these two, if we played this formation, could be a monster partnership. Again, these two would score a lot of goals between them. I have no doubt about that. And you know what? You've got Mohamed Salah here too, people, who's going to score a lot of goals too. So we have 3 players here who are going to be goal machines. And Salah's not even playing up top here. He's playing off the right. Wirtz is good for a goal as well. Again, this is another great formation. A great formation. It's not my preferred one, obviously. I prefer a 4-2-3-1. That is my preferred one, or a 4-2-3. But there's no doubt this formation would get the best out of both Alexander Isak and Hugo Ekitike. Again, I don't know if it gets the best out of Wirtz though, because he plays off the wing in this formation. I feel in this formation, people, again, I'd be taking Wirtz out. I'd take Wirtz out. And who I would play is, I would put in a man like Gakpo. I think Gakpo, again, playing off the left, a natural left winger off the left. So yeah, this is a formation I feel an underrated one, a one that I feel Liverpool could go with, and a one that I feel if Arne Slot wants to play both Hugo Ekitike and Alexander Isak up top together, this is a perfect formation for both of them. That's going to get the best out of them. Gakpo comes in off the left, Salah off the right, obviously. Midfield pivot stays the same, and the defense obviously stays the same. Again, a great team. The only issue is, again, people, Wirtz misses out. I feel unless you play a 4-2-3-1 formation, we're probably not going to be getting the best out of him unless it's a 4-2-3-1. I feel in a 4-2-3-1 in the 10, Wirtz would be perfect. It would suit him to a T. In a 4-2-3 and a 4-4-2, I feel it really restricts Wirtz and it probably doesn't get the best out of him. I wouldn't start him in either of them formations, in a 4-2-3 or 4-4-2. I'd actually have him on the bench because I don't think he fits in. But, Arne Slot could always play him off the wing, or he could always play him in the midfield in a 4-2-3 or off the wing here in a 4-4-2. So, again, it's still a great team, people. Still a great, great team. Obviously, again, you can change up the wing-back positions. You could put Robbo in. I wouldn't really want to put Robbo in unless it's an emergency because I think he's past it now. And he's only really a squad player at best, in my opinion. The right wing, I feel, the right-hand side, the right wing-back position could be changed a lot. You could interchange with Bradley and Frimpong quite a bit. You could play Bradley 1 week, Frimpong 1 week. There's a lot of competition there. They're definitely going to be pushing each other. Centre-back partnership, I feel, has to stay the same. If Mark Guehi had come in, you could have maybe changed Konate and Guehi. You could have switched them up every other week. You could have played Guehi depending on Konate's situation, obviously. Unfortunately now with the Guehi thing, because it didn't come through, I feel you can't really mess with this partnership at the moment. So, Virgil and Konate and obviously Alisson is going to be the goalkeeper. But again, a very, very good formation, people. A great formation. I don't know what you lot think about it, but I think it's brilliant. I think it's a brilliant, brilliant formation. My favourite one, though, my preferred one is the 4-2-3-1, I think. And I think that's Arne Slot's preferred one as well. I think he's made pretty clear now that he likes the 4-2-3-1 formation. It's his preferred formation. It's the one he likes the best. So I'd expect him to do that one or use that one going forward. But there's no doubt that a 4-3-3 formation could be very, very useful as well. And a 4-4-2 could be very useful as well. Like I said, I do think Arne Slot will play a 4-3-3 as well on occasion. And I feel we may see a 4-4-2 as well. Maybe not as much, maybe not as often, but I do feel at some point this season, in a game or two, we will see Liverpool in a 4-4-2 with Isak and Ekitike as the two strikers up top, which I feel that could be a very, very good partnership if it happens. Either way, I feel Ekitike and Isak will be in the same team because I think the Slot will look at how Ekitike has played, decide he cannot be dropped, and play Ekitike off the left rather than play Gakpo off the left. Again, also, people, you have to take into account we are going to get injuries this season at some point. So let's be real. Someone here will probably pick up an injury. Frimpong, he probably will pick up another knock. Konate, we know Ibu's bound to pick up a knock somehow. Isak isn't exactly injury-free as well. He does pick up a knock as well. So, again, we're going to get injuries, people. So, we are going to be maybe a little bit thin at some point this season. But, again, the players we have on the bench now, Szoboszlai, Bradley, Leoni, Gomez obviously still here, even though he can't stay fit. Robbo, like I said, Endo, Jones, Gakpo. Gakpo's in the team. Wirtz. I feel we can maintain fine with injuries as long as we don't get severe injuries to any key players like a Virgil maybe or Salah. Actually, you know what? Isak's there for goals, so even if Salah does get injured, I feel Isak can cover in for goals. Unless it's not an injury like a Virgil or Gravenberch, maybe like a key injury, I feel Liverpool will maintain just fine in my opinion. Just got to avoid key injuries. Of course, a key injury as well, Alisson. You don't want to get Alisson injured for a sustained amount of time because let's be real, the drop-off between Alisson and Mamardashvili is huge, let's be honest. As long as Virgil and Alisson stay fit for most of the season, which again, Alisson is when he's bound to pick up a knock at some point and be out for a couple of weeks maybe during the season. Virgil, just need Virgil to stay fit. As long as Virgil stays fit and Gravenberch stays fit, I think Liverpool will maintain fine. Injuries to Salah, I think we can cope with. We're going to lose Salah anyway, people, because he is going off to the AFCON in January, so obviously, Chiesa can fill in that right wing, so I'm not too bothered. Frimpong can fill in there as well if he needs to. So I'm not bothered about Salah going to AFCON this time around. I feel we'll maintain just fine without him. People, there's options in the team. There's options in the squad, I feel. And definitely, I'm very excited to see how Arne Slot sets us up, who he plays where, and what we can expect from certain players. I'm excited to see what Isak brings. Obviously, Wirtz hasn't kicked on yet. I'm excited to see what Wirtz brings. Ekitike is already contributing a lot and he's just joined. Kirkes, once he gets, going, I've no doubt he's going to be a great player. Frimpong, we saw him in the first game, obviously got injured. Once he comes back, I've got no doubt as well he's going to be a very, very good player for us. So all of the players we've got a very exciting squad. Very exciting squad. So I feel, exciting times ahead for Liverpool. But yeah, that is it for me. Now we will stop scaring the screen and we will go back to the original. So people, that is how I feel Liverpool could line up going forward. I feel a 4-2-3-1 formation would be my preferred formation. That's for me the best one as well. A 4-2-3, I feel honest that we'll use on occasion, but not as much as he uses the 4-2-3-1. Again, in a 4-2-3, I don't think Wirtz, you can get the best out of Wirtz, in my opinion, but I could be wrong there. And I feel on occasion as well, we will see a 4-4-2, and we will see Hugo Ekitike and Alexander Isak up top, which can cause a lot of damage. They're going to get a lot of goals between them. Plus, Salah's right there as well. So there's goals galore in this team. There is goals galore in this team. And we've got clinical finishers as well. Gone over Darwin Núñez's and the Luis Diaz's, who are not clinical finishers. And in come Isak, killers in front of goal. Ekitike, killer in front of goal. So I'm very looking forward to it. And I hopefully, there are exciting times coming ahead for Liverpool. But people, that is it for me today. Let me know down below in the comments, how would you set Liverpool up when everyone is fit? What formation would you have Liverpool playing? And what do you think Arne Slot will do? I think Arne Slot will do a 4-2-3-1. In my opinion, I think that will be his preferred formation. But I could be wrong. And people, let me know down below, who would you start? And how would you expect Liverpool to set up, of course? On your way out, people, do remember to like the video if you have not already done so. Do remember to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so. And do remember to drop a comment like I've just said down below. For now, though, people, Liverpool Profit, peace out. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Up the Reds. I'll speak to you guys very soon. Let's freaking go.